Bob the Robber 3, Level 8, 2021, new camera position. I did a video on this before, but that previous video has the camera in a different position. The new position makes it much, much harder. Let's have a look at the new Level 8, the new camera position, to see how we can get past it. Okay, so we're going to have to go past this guard. He's a little bit tricky to get past, but we can get past him without too much difficulty. And okay, and we'll have to go back down the stairs again after he's gone back, but that's okay because we can do that. We'll just follow him, go down the stairs, and then wait. It's a little bit of a rigmarole, which is what we actually have to do, but that's just what we have to do. Nothing there to check, all good. So I've got 2 documents already. And okay. Now you'll notice that the guard had that little question mark above his head. So now we're going to have to go down. This is the camera on the right hand side. That camera is the one that's the questionable one. Okay, so what actually happened, we're just going to give us a start point here. So I've reserved that start point so that in case I get busted, I don't have to go past that top guard again. Now what was happening previously is that this camera was above the control panel, so that made it easy. Now in this position it's hard, but we've got a little trick up our sleeve that we can use to try and get past it. It's still not the easiest thing, but it is easier. And look at that, the pliers are just where I need them to be. Thank you very much. Okay, now we do have to go back past that camera, and I'm just going to hide and run away. So you can see how quick that camera is. We're going to have to do something to slow that camera down. I'll show you what that is once we get over to it. Once we get our little code for the door, which is what we need, 6060. Okay, so that's a pretty nice code, 6060. You're not going to get a code that simple all the time, unfortunately. Okay, now what do I have to do? I came out of that door, nothing here, and I've gone back up through there. Right, just seeing why I bothered to unlock that. So 6060 is the code that we want. Now, there's no way to know if you're going to get through this in one go. It might take a few goes to get through. Okay, now notice how that camera, when it sees me, it just pauses there that little bit longer, and that's what we're going to be relying on. I've got my hand on the numbers, 6060. So you'll see that I've got 1, we'll count them out, 1 and 2, and so I've got 1 and 2 and. But if I do this, 1 and 2 and 3 and, right, so I get an extra second by tricking that camera over to the other side, and then of course I get maybe an extra half a second at the keyboard. So that's what we're actually going to have to do. Okay, go to key. Didn't get it. And there we go. Had the key, had my fingers on the keyboard ready to go, and by triggering the camera on the left hand side first, that made it just stay there just that fraction longer. Then I could run to the keyboard. But I already had my fingers on the keyboard ready to do that. Now, of course, I'm playing this on the computer. So we're just going to go down to the next level of level 8. We'll do the second half of level 8. So we don't go back up to the top. Okay. So what do we have to look at here? We're going to have to get past this mummy. He's not too difficult to get past because remember, you bash them up, they wake up, and then they get all aggro at you. But we going to run away once we do that. That's the trick with getting past the mummy. Sneak up behind him, bash him, and then run away. Okay. And because they move pretty quick. So we're just going to check that. And now I'm gone. So the idea is to get away from that mummy very, very fast, which is what we have done. Now, with this professor, he's a little bit harder to deal with because we've got a camera there. So we have to be extra tricky with the camera. What we need to do is put him in a box. Once the camera's not looking, we knock him out, put him in a box, and then run away. Otherwise the camera will see him lying on the ground. And what I'll do, I'll just come through here and I'll just, there we go. I've got that start position. I've got two of them, one at the top, one at the bottom. Okay, so now I'll wait for him to go away fully, and then I'll wait for him to come back. So that's how we'll deal with him. And how we deal with him, with the camera looking at him every now and again, is how we're going to have to deal with the guard at the bottom as well. And that is the other guy at the bottom. We have to knock him out and then quickly put him in a box so that the guy with the gun doesn't see him. So it's all about the timing on this one. So here we go. And put him in a box, run away. Okay, so the camera doesn't see him. And let's go. Running up under the camera. Mission accomplished. Now we can get our code. Okay, the code is 0160. Nothing else there to see. 0160. And there we go. Now we run away. We come back here. And we have the code 0160, but before we do that, we'll just check down here. Get that. I'm not sure how many documents are in this one. So we've got 0160, open. Okay, now this will be a little bit tricky because we have to do this when they're both walking the other way, and then we'll hide out. It's a very quick move that we have to do, and just like that. Okay, let me have a look what's going on here. No. Okay, so we might have to just run up to this other guy just when he's coming and just get him in a box quickly that way. And here we go. Okay. Not enough. He needed to be a little bit closer to me. Okay, let's try that again. Alright, we're going to have to go back upstairs and knock out the scientist again because we are down below. So basically I needed that woofy guy to get closer to me by maybe 2 steps. I could have knocked him out, put him in a box, and then quickly jumped into the shadows right where he is now. And then I would have been able to avoid the guy with the gun. So we'll just try another go. We'll just give that another go, make sure we get past it. So at the moment they're walking together, which would have enabled us to sneak up. So that is another option that you can actually do. And run away. So if they are together, that's great because it means that you can sneak up and follow them both in the shadows at the same time. Okay, let's have a look. What's the new code? 0320. 0320 is the new code. Whoa, I just forgot about that camera. Okay, 0320 is the new code. And run away again. And let's go across. Let's just check these things again down here. I think there was a document down there. Yeah. So 0320, 0320. Now, as you can see, we have to get the timing right. Now, they're walking at different speeds, and if we go down, they'll both see us at the moment. So we just have to wait for the speed of one or the other until they're both walking in the same direction, or until this other guard doesn't see us. Now, he's coming down pretty quick, so we can knock him out and put him in a box, and that's it. So he's in a box. Just a little bit of patience was needed. Now we'll wait for this guy with the gun to go past, and then we'll hide in the shadows where the shelf is with the chemical containers on them. Okay, let's follow him, and there we go. Hide behind that shelf, and that should be, not sure if level 8 has 3 levels on it or only had 2. And yes, we're out. We'll find out. There we go. So that is level 8 complete. I found all the documents. So again, just to reiterate, when you get to that camera that is just offset from the door, just trigger it, then quickly make sure you've got your hands ready to put the code in. Quickly run to the thing, put the code in, and then run back under the camera. That's the only way to do it, and you might fail a couple of times, but that is how you will get past that camera on level 8 now that the camera is in a new position. And if you have any other issues with any other part of Bob the Robber 3, do put them down below. I'll see what I can do. If you notice there's a different change in cameras on any of the other Bob the Robber 3 videos I have, do let me know about those again, and I'll do another walkthrough. And all that's left to say is thanks for watching.